There is a growing boycott of Disney and Hulu after the companies caved to Donald Trump administration's demand that they cancel the comedian Jimmy Kimmel, which they did last night. As you may know, Trump's chairman of the FCC told ABC that if they did not take action against Kimmel, he would take away ABC's broadcast license, closing down the network nationwide, going after their local affiliates. Within hours, ABC caved because its affiliates were worried about other business deals they had before the FCC. That is Disney that caved. That is ABC that caved. That is Hulu that caved. Well, what's now happening is people are canceling their subscriptions to Disney Plus. They are canceling their subscriptions to Hulu. They are not going to Disney resorts. I know one woman that canceled an $8,000 vacation to Disney, and this is bad news for these guys. Here's Hulu. Here's Disney Plus. The woman specifically mentioned authoritarian regime, suppression of freedom of speech, Jimmy Kimmel. Here's Disney Plus again. And here is a second Hulu. People are hopping mad that these companies caved to Donald Trump's demands via his FCC chair. The whittling away of freedom of speech in America is a really big concern, and these companies may now be paying the ultimate price.
They want to do cancel culture? Let's do it. Cancel Hulu. Hulu is 100% owned by Disney Corporation. Disney Corporation runs ABC. ABC just canceled Kimmel under pressure from the Trump administration. So, vote with your dollar. Cancel Hulu. You can do it. Cancel Hulu.
ABC and Disney canceled Jimmy Kimmel because of Donald Trump. We now have confirmation today from the Rolling Stone, talking to multiple executives, senior executives at ABC and Disney, that they did not actually think Kimmel said anything over the line, but the threat of Trump administration retaliation loomed. They did it because they were threatened by the government that demanded that comedians on television toe the party line, not criticize dear leader, or lose their jobs. This is the second time the Trump administration has done this. They did this to Stephen Colbert as well. He's been canceled. And now we've got
So I just jumped on the protest train and canceled my Disney and Hulu, which are some of my favorite. I love me some Disney, but it is ridiculous the way that people are literally bending the knee to this orange man. Ridiculous. Freedom of speech is something that we should all be allowed to have to prevent tyranny in this country. So, canceled.
Well, we did it. We have canceled Hulu Disney Plus bundle that we've had for a very long time. We've canceled because of the Jimmy Kimmel thing. We're able to watch until October 8th because that's when my cycle is up. But we have officially canceled, so we are not giving any more money to Disney and Hulu because they are the parent company of ABC because of what they did. I hope you guys decide to do the same thing. Who knows? He might be back by then and we can just keep on making the payments.
ABC and Disney canceled Jimmy Kimmel because of Donald Trump. We now have confirmation today from the Rolling Stone, talking to multiple executives, senior executives at ABC and Disney, that they did not actually think Kimmel said anything over the line, but the threat of Trump administration retaliation loomed. They did it because they were threatened by the government that demanded that comedians on television toe the party line, not criticize dear leader, or lose their jobs. This is the second time the Trump administration has done this. They did this to Stephen Colbert as well. He's been canceled. And now we've got the federal government actively intervening in the economy. Not the first time, mind you. Trump did this with NVIDIA, too. He's now taking a share of NVIDIA and another chip company's profits. They have to give 15% of their profits of any sales to China to the federal government. Trump also wants to take part ownership of TikTok. When does this end? When do Republicans finally stand up and say, which they used to say, they don't want the government getting involved in the economy, but especially when it comes to free speech? We now have to toe the party line for the government, or American companies will no longer have their mergers approved and their businesses will be shut down. That is not America. At least it wasn't until today.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is Hosting Stories KE, and personally I believe you are doing super fine and great whenever you are watching this episode from. Now, literally our white folks are literally cancelling and boycotting, actually mass boycotting and mass cancelling of Disney Plus, Disney, ABC News, Hulu, and others are even canceling Paramount. This is after ABC News received orders from above to cancel or suspend indefinitely Jimmy Kimmel's show. So this led to the outrage among the white people and other fellas. They are saying, okay, we are the ones that are paying for these shows. We are the ones that are giving you these views. We are the ones that we are paying top dollars for us to witness what you guys are literally doing. We are your greatest supporters. But now, through your pages, through our support, you are trying to show us that there is nothing in this state called freedom of speech. And since you've decided to show us that you are siding with the government and at any time you can be threatened to pull down a show or to cancel anyone for just giving out their comments, we are canceling you too. We can't do that. We can't be supporting people who are not supporting freedom of speech in this country. Jimmy Kimmel just made a comment, a very relevant comment on Charlie Kirk's death, and Donald Trump and the MAGA supporters. He really made this comment that everyone saw it was relevant. He did not say anything wrong. But since it offended our man, and that man gave you orders to cancel this show, we are also canceling you. In fact, the boycott has started. This is what our white folks are literally saying. And in this video, I want us to see how some of them are canceling, some of them are boycotting, some of them are literally forgetting about Disney and their reactions and comments. Then I'll be giving my commentaries at the end of this video. In the meantime, if you are new here, remember to subscribe while we keep on watching.
So this is not about right and left. This is about democracy. And this is about American values. And American values matter because American values bring prosperity. They brought prosperity to our country up until this point, and they will continue to bring prosperity to our country in the future. So here are my receipts. I was paying for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN bundle. I was paying $18.46 a month. That has been canceled. And in the survey at the end, they ask you why you cancel. I went to other and I listed boycott. Now this account is mainly for Disney Plus, and that is mainly used by my nephews and niece. So we're going to have to have a conversation with them about why they can no longer watch Disney Plus, and I look forward to having that conversation with them. I also canceled Paramount Plus. And I gave the same reason for canceling as I did for Disney Plus. Other boycott, okay? Now the other thing, okay, that's my streaming services. So my girlfriend, life partner, is a diehard Disney fan, okay? She grew up in Southern California. She grew up going to Disneyland. Disneyland is literally the happiest place on earth for her. So we had plans this year to go to Disneyland on Thanksgiving. And we are canceling that trip. We're not going there. And round 2 of this is going to be targeting those companies that advertise on these platforms and boycotting them as well. We vote every day with our dollars, okay? And those dollars have power. And you can just ask Target about that power. Because this is going to look like child's play. Target's going to look like nothing compared to this, okay? It's easier to boycott these companies than it is to boycott Target. These companies don't have anything that any of us actually need to survive. We can stand together as Americans, and we will stand together as Americans.
Hey, so I just canceled my Hulu with Disney Plus Premium Bundle subscription. So many people are doing this today that their accounts management site crashed, and I actually had to call customer service. It took me about 10 minutes to actually get through everything and get it canceled. They do ask for quality assurance why I'm canceling. People are canceling, and I told them exactly why I'm canceling. So I strongly recommend that if you would like to stand up for free speech and let these huge media conglomerates know that they are not going to continue to receive our funds if they are going to capitulate to unconstitutional demands, we actually do have to cancel stuff. So, canceled, done, next. Oh, also, cancel Paramount. Yeah, Skydance.
Hey, so everybody talking about the Hulu Disney bundle cancellation because of Jimmy Kimmel, and people are saying Disney's not letting me log in to cancel the subscription. Well, I have Disney on my phone, the actual app. If you have the Disney app on your phone, go in through that way. And if you're already logged into it, go into your settings and it will say subscription. Click on the subscription and go down to the bottom and it'll say click cancel the subscription. Of course, it's going to ask you why. And then, of course, you just pick whatever reason or whatever you want to do and then go ahead and cancel it. You don't have to go into Google and go into Disney.com, the actual Disney platform, to cancel your subscription. If you have the app on your phone, or if you have the app anywhere, an iPad or whatever, just go into the app and cancel your subscription from there. You don't have to log in. Especially if Disney is trying to keep people from logging in. If you're already logged in, simple. I just went there. It was literally like 3-4 clicks, done, canceled. It's already paid for the month. So of course I'm going to, have it till the end of the month and then it's going to run out and that's that. So just wanted to give everybody an easier way to be able to cancel your subscription if you want to. So anyways, hope that helps.
Let's get something clear. If you support firing a talk show host for his joke monologue where he really just repeated other people's opinions, and you're not outraged that a Fox News host called for the involuntary lethal injection of the homeless and mentally ill, that speaks volumes about you. Like volumes.
America, do we have one more boycott in us? ABC bending the knee to fascism needs a boycott. No ABC, Hulu, Disney, ESPN, any of the subsidiaries. You do not consume their content. I'm not a Jimmy Kimmel fan. This is about the target that is on the back of every American Democrat, leftist, and liberal. And it requires nothing more of us than to turn the channel off. If ABC and its subsidiaries wants to get in bed with fascism, let fascism support them and their broadcasting company. See, ABC chose fascism over having the back of the American working class, over the very people that have supported this network through the decades and made them what they are today. They chose one person over the masses. No more, guys. We have the power in our hands. And right now, I'm calling for a boycott of ABC, ESPN, Hulu, Disney Channel, all of its subsidiaries. No more.
What was actually wrong with what Jimmy Kimmel said? Because this is the quote that supposedly got him canceled. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. But here's what he also said.
The second largest city in our bitterly divided nation, where like the rest of the country, we're still trying to wrap our heads around the senseless murder of the popular podcaster and conservative activist Charlie Kirk yesterday, whose death has amplified our anger, our differences. And I've seen a lot of extraordinarily vile responses to this from both sides of the political spectrum. Some people are cheering this, which is something I won't ever understand. We had another school shooting yesterday in Colorado, the 100th one of the year. And with all these terrible things happening, you would think that our president will at least make an attempt to bring us together. But he didn't. President Obama did. President Biden did. Presidents Bush and Clinton did. President Trump did not. Instead, he blamed Democrats for their rhetoric. The man who told a crowd of supporters that maybe the Second Amendment people should do something about Hillary Clinton. The man who said he wouldn't mind if someone shot through the fake news media.
Trump has always had animosity towards Jimmy Kimmel because Jimmy Kimmel makes fun of Trump. Jimmy Kimmel is a comedian. It's his job to make fun of the president. Because this is not about Charlie Kirk. Jimmy Kimmel barely mentioned Charlie Kirk except to say what he said about the unfortunate incident and the other comment that I read you. So is this more about what Jimmy actually said about Charlie Kirk, or more so about what Jimmy said about Trump, comparing him to Obama, Biden, and Clinton, and how they actually had messages of unity, whereas Trump's message, as it always is division? It sounds like to me Trump had a score to settle with Jimmy Kimmel, and he exacted that revenge through the FCC.
I don't know when it's going to hit the news of what happened today, but the blowback from this whole ABC News canceling Jimmy Kimmel Live is historic. Not only are people canceling their Hulu app, their Disney Plus apps, their ABC apps, people are boycotting Marvel, studios, Marvel Comics, movies, and any Disney movie. People are protesting outside of Disney in Burbank today. People are canceling Disney cruises, okay? Disney cruises. And people are canceling trips to the Disney parks, Disney World and Disneyland here in California. So screw Disney, screw ABC. You were concerned about the FCC and Donald Trump having power over you. And remember, you make your money off the people, not off the man in a skin suit filled with diarrhea in Washington. So that was your mistake, getting scared by the FCC. You should be scared by the people who put food on your table, and that's us. And you're canceled.
So this morning we canceled our Disney Plus subscription, and we canceled our Disney trip that we had planned for next year because Jimmy Kimmel said nothing wrong and got fired for it. I mean, look at what he said. Where's the lie? And the thing that pisses me off the most is that the people that fired him knowingly knew that he said nothing wrong. They just bent the knee to Donald Trump in this administration. Even MAGA Trump supporters know he said nothing wrong. They just don't like Jimmy Kimmel because Jimmy Kimmel doesn't like Donald Trump. And the crazy thing is, the day after Charlie Kirk lost his life, Jimmy Kimmel came out with a statement condemning what happened, praying for his wife and kids. And they are so mad about him saying this. This wasn't a lie. This is a fact. These MAGAs literally all weekend were trying to prove that the person that did that to Charlie Kirk wasn't one of them. In no way is he alluding that it was someone that was a MAGA Trump supporter. And to all the Trump supporters, y'all were calling us snowflakes for years, but all y'all have been doing is crying about anyone that is talking negatively about Donald Trump, his administration, and any of his supporters. Y'all are the snowflakes.
You see, this is now what we call cancel culture 2.0. They cancelled Jimmy Kimmel's show and suspended him. And now the people are giving them the same. Actually, they gave Jimmy Kimmel a lemon. And now the people are telling Jimmy Kimmel, no, wait a minute. Use that lemon to create your own lemonade, to make your own lemonade. They are suggesting that since they are cancelling Disney shows and all those Paramount, ABC channels, they are requesting Jimmy Kimmel to open his own podcast. They will support him 100% because there he will be independent. He won't be judged nor live with the threat, I might say something about this government and then at the end of the day, I might get cancelled, maybe even fired or suspended. I actually think it's a very good idea because we've seen people getting out of major shows in the United States and they went ahead and opened their own podcast independently, and these podcasts are gaining millions and millions of views, not to mention thousands and thousands of followers. And personally, I think this is a good idea. For Jimmy Kimmel, he should consider not returning, even if they reconcile the matter. I think he should consider opening his own show, his own comedy show or whatever. Because this will give him assurance of not getting fired in future, or being under control, or someone controlling the way you want to speak, or someone controlling your freedom of speech. I think this is a very good idea. And the fact that these people are canceling Disney and all those channels, it means how important these channels need these people. Remember, without these people, Disney could not be where they are right now. But since they are showing these people who are watching these channels that we at any time we can be threatened by orders from above, and these people are against those orders from above. They are saying, those orders from above, you are a media house, you should work independently, not just following some orders because someone feels offended from somewhere. These are the things that are making these people boycott and cancel these shows. Because if you are threatened that your license will be suspended and unless or until you fire someone, this means that that person does not have freedom of speech or freedom to operate the way they have planned before. Because ABC told us the other day that they will be replacing Jimmy Kimmel's show with other programs, and maybe this program might not get the reception they expect, because now people will start watching that show knowing very well that this is the same show that replaced a show, a man that was expressing his freedom of speech in a show. You see, these are the kind of things that these white folks are against. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing boycotting and canceling them, but it is their own decision. Mine is just to echo what they're saying. And I believe you will tell me, what are your thoughts? What are your moves? Or what do you think about this canceling of these channels? Tell me what you think in the comment section. I hope you will subscribe to this channel, and adios.